In this video, I managed to gear up a supercharged Riven with dual titans that stacked up to an impressive 40 stacks through the augment Gargantuan Resolve to crank up the damage even more. We embrace the 8-bit synergy, and to top it all off, the augment heavy hitters comes into play, boosting your damage based off her HP at 3-star. So, in case you are new here, welcome. I'm a fellow TFT enjoyer, just like you, and I've hit Masters and Grandmaster basically every set I've played, so I just make guides and go over gameplay to help you learn a thing or two. Now let's get into the fun stuff right here. So we got a really good opener, you will see it after this minion round, but we're just gonna pick up the Viper, really good early game unit, and we're not gonna pick up any because basically no mana items, and it was the Spellweaver one. But in the next shop I got a Corki 2-bit, which is pretty good. He got buffed as well, so gonna pick that up. So onto the augments, we have Contagion, Metalheads. We don't have Pentas, we're gonna skip that. Also skipping Contagion and tons of stats. I just really wanna get this Vampirism because I was angling on Riven. So that augment's just really good on Riven. You get a lot of Omnivamp and all that good stuff that she needs. So we gotta really go to the opener. There's basically a few key reasons for why it's really good. First being, we got a clear direction of what comp we probably will play, which is the Riven reroll. So that just makes our life a lot easier. And we can also send a signal to the lobby here that we're in a really good spot to play the comp, so we're probably not gonna get contested, right? Fingers crossed, you never know. So yeah, the items are a bit awkward, but we're gonna make it work. It's like usually you wouldn't go for Riven reroll if you are with these kinds of items, but on the other hand, if you are, you know, if you get an opener that's this good or unit and trait wise, we can make the items work still. We're just gonna have to make some changes on the carousel and get some luck drops later. We'll make it work. So we're gonna sell to make 10, of course, very important. So onto this carousel, where I'm pretty much looking at a way to kill off an item, but before we can do that, we need to secure getting a QSS on Riven, and that's why we picked up that cloak, because basically the most important item for Riven is QSS. You need that anti-CC. You can skip it if you have other source of anti-CC through augments and maybe a support item like Banshees. But before then, if you don't have any of that, you need to prioritize getting that, you know, anti-CC. And the cloak is also good because it's an item for Bloodthirster. So what you really need on the Riven is healing, anti-CC, and the rest doesn't matter. So her BIS, as you know, is gonna be BT, QSS, and Giant Slayer. But that's not what we're gonna do this game. You're gonna see soon why I'm gonna do a little different path. So we're just gonna put our Riven items here on the Corki, because yeah, this Riven does nothing right now and we're selling this Corki later anyways. So even though it's a Titans, we're gonna place it on him for now. So onto the second augment, we're gonna skip all of these. None here is good for Riven at all. And boom, there we hit it. So it's two really good versions. Last Stand is totally takeable, but I already have healing, so I'd rather take this Gargantuan Resolve because I already have a Titans. So if I didn't have a Titans, it's definitely Last Stand here, but now I just double the value of this augment basically. And we're gonna be able to double stack these Titans on Riven later, which is really big, as you know, you saw in the title and thumbnail. So this is actually a Heartsteel guy, but we actually sold our 4K right there. Even though we lost 4 8-bit, Gnar is actually really good to stabilize your board, and he works a lot better with these items than Corki does, of course. we're just gonna need to get Superfan online for him, and we will be able to have a really stable stage 3 board and save a lot of HP. Even though I'm not spending any gold, I haven't rolled any at all. I'm getting really good losses because of this Gnar right here. And with this Starak, he just gets a lot more HP. So we're able to scale up that max Resolve, Titan's Resolve stack. So he just becomes a giga monster. Like, look at this Gnar, man. I was really tempted to go a Gnar reroll actually. So I have to try that sometime, but we have to angle Riven this time, right? So on this carousel, what do we have? Did we build that QSS? No, we didn't. So we're gonna go for that QSS right there. So we're picking up the glove. And since we have the Superfan item, I can't put the QSS on Gnar. So we're just gonna put it temporarily onto Poppy. I kind of have like 2 item holders here for Riven, but that's fine. We're gonna sell both of them and switch to her later. We just need a way to save HP and be stable enough to get to level 7, where we roll down for Riven. And we need to find a way to get there without dying and like having 0 econ. So that's Gnar and Poppy's job. It's our ticket to get over there, and then we're gonna sell them once we get to that spot, right? And the boom, Gnar is popping up as you see right there. And we're getting closer to level 7. I'm putting like all of my units that I'm playing on the left side of the bench there and preparing for, you know, the switch of the boards. But honestly, let's see if Gnar can flush this out. This is a counter board. It's only 1 star Samira with no items, so I think, yeah, this man will just pop off like crazy. And since we also lost some HP, our Vampirism is kicking in, which gives us Omnivamp, so Gnar has some healing now. So remember before when I said you really need some healing on Riven, like a BT and whatnot? The only reason why I'm able to greed for double Titans on Riven and with that QSS is basically because I have a healing augment, which is Vampirism. If I didn't have that augment, I would not be able to, you know, pull off this Riven right here, because we really need some sort of healing on her. So whether that's from items, augments, doesn't matter that much, right? And boom, we're gonna pick up the headliner right here. The 8-bit one is a bit better actually, but I'm not gonna greed it. We're gonna spike through our augments this game, not through the headliner. So Kiana there is really good. We're gonna play her for now. It's gonna make us pretty stable, honestly. So what I'm doing right here is I'm putting all my items on Riven, of course. So we're actually gonna put Giant Slayer on Kiana for Riven later. And we're gonna put Morello on Viego. So the reason why we have Viego on Morello is because I basically already have a carry, and we need to find a way to neutralize this rod, and I don't have any anti-heal, and Viego's ulti hits a lot of targets, so it's actually really good to proc red buff and to proc Morello. And since I'm really close to 3-star Riven, we're gonna pick up heavy hitters, because when she is 3-starred, she's gonna get a lot of HP, and the augment converts that HP into more damage, so she's gonna become a giga monster here once we get her 3-starred. So yeah, we slam that Morello on Viego, and we're gonna have our Giant Slayer on Kiana. We're gonna sell her for Kate later, probably, so we might as well have that Giant Slayer on her for now. Get a little bit stronger, maybe save some HP. And it's also like a Abyss item on Kate, so it works perfectly. So on to the next round. I think it's usually a bait in this comp to go for Mord 3, unless you hit it really natural. But in this case, since I'm playing the heavy hitter augment, I figured that might be pretty good, you know, for a random 3-star Mord, you know, why not? So I'm just picking it up, maybe we hit it naturally. I'm not like gonna roll for it after I hit 3-star Riven, but if I hit it on the way there, I'm down to pick it up. But usually it's a bait, right? So onto this carousel. I wanna find a way to kill off my tier. I didn't really get anything too good. So since I have a Reforger, I'm gonna pick up that rod just so we get the Viego unit. If I didn't have a Reforger, I might not have picked it up. Kinda awkward to play rod in this comp. Not too much you can build except Morello, and we already built that. Maybe we could go for Gunblade, I guess. So onto this guy, we got the right side of the ribbon, so she should be able to assassinate this Twisted Fate, and yes sir, she did. That's really important with the positioning of this comp. You want her to be on the side where they have their backline carry, so she just randomly dashes into the backline with, you know, Edgelord. So you can just randomly snipe their carry, which is really huge. Might change the entire fight, right? This guy, he actually has Ezreal in the middle, so didn't actually snipe him. But it should be fine, honestly. He's playing the Horsehill comp. It's a really good comp, AD flex. But he hasn't really spiked just yet. So we should be able to beat him pretty easily. Actually came pretty close, but Riven is a beast in 1v1, so we're gonna be able to win that. Boom, our very nice natural Caitlyn as well as Kayle even. So that's just really big. Increased my board strength a lot actually. And here we're gonna sell to make 50. And gonna start rolling for that ribbon here. So since we also got that Caitlyn, we're now gonna switch out Kiana. She's stronger now. And boom with the Viego. Now we're really stable. So here what I'm gonna do is reforge these rods, of course. And I'm gonna build a Hand of Justice on Viego. And I'm gonna put that Death Blade on Caitlyn. So we're basically putting like the healing items on Viego because it's a frontliner. It's gonna need that sustain. And Caitlyn is safe in the back. So we're gonna put all the raw damage items on her. It just makes sense, right? No need to put like healing on her in this case. Rather have that on Viego. And she stands safely in the back with the GS and the Deathblade, right? So since I'm, you know, max HP here, I don't need to like panic roll down. We're actually really healthy. We're kinda stable as well, so we don't have to send it just yet. But we might start losing some fights against the people who just completely have to send all their gold down to roll. Because, you know, yeah, they're just gonna have more value. And this is a Twin Terror board. It just always counters, you know, melee carries with the Vex. Yeah, it's just crazy, that board. Luckily it got nerfed this patch, so thank you for that, Mort. And yeah, we're gonna roll a bit aggressively here because we're basically one ribbon off. So once you're one of your main carry, then you can start rolling because, yeah, it's gonna be so big spike. But I'm pretty slow roller, so I'm just gonna stop at 30. It's fine, we'll hit it soon enough. I didn't scout, so I got kinda punished. My Caitlyn got the one-shotted, so maybe we could have killed some more if we positioned Kate on the right. Low mistake there. Happens. So what items do we want? I'm down for another Bloodthirster on Viego. Honestly, it's probably the best we could do. Yeah, it is. Just even, yeah, we're just gonna double heal him. Why not? Pretty good. Boom, there it goes, the ribbon. Boom, got the 3 stars, so now I'm gonna turbo spike right here. And since we don't have basically anything to roll for except Mord, which is just, if I hit, I hit. I don't really care if I don't hit. So I'm just gonna level up there to put in 4 8-bit, because that's gonna do wonders for us here. It's just giving us infinite more AD. So yeah, you see, now I'm giga spiked here. So we got basically our entire board set up here. So we have 8-bit for AD, we have Edgelord for attack speed and backline access, we have Vampirism for our healing, you know, Titan's Resolve, and the Gargantuan Augment for infinite stats, and lastly the crowd control anti-CC with Quicksilver. So we got basically everything that this ribbon needs. So I'm just trying to, you know, find ways to make this ribbon as strong as possible. And yeah, I can say we did achieve that, right? So getting a last item on this Caitlyn is gonna be really huge, gonna spike her damage a lot. So that IE is gonna do infinite crits with Death Blade and 8-bit, even with the Giant Slayer. So yeah, this is the good part about this comp as well. You have so many different carries that you can play. Diego, Kate, really good, right? But this guy was actually really strong. That Ori just burst me down, so actually gonna lose there. So we're down to 17 HP. Everyone is basically one loss away here, so it's kind of a scary spot. Seems like I'm not the only one who spiked, right? Let's see if we can beat the Horsetail guy. Yes, sir, we could. That was the ghost though, so a bit scary. So we're actually facing this Ori again. He beat her last time, so it's kind of scary. Yeah, that Auris have so much single target DPS. Just one shot my ribbon. Ooh, that's actually scary. We might go down here. Nah, not even close, baby. We're chilling here at the 1 HP. That's all we need. Gonna pick up this 8-bit spat. We can't go 6 8-bit because, you know, we don't have the headliner. But what this spat is, it's basically a phone. It's like an extra unit, because what we can do later is just remove the Corki, and we still have 4 8-bit. So might not be that strong right now. I wish I could put it on like Viego, so we get infinite AD. So if I had a remover, I would put it on him and put the Morello on like Hail. That would be really good, but you know, we couldn't. But since we Giga send it up and level up here, we got enough frontline to get through this Ori. We actually barely managed to win that fight. So that level up basically saved me the entire game. So sometimes just a random, you know, 2-star frontliner can save the entire game. So that was really big. And I'm gonna position my Riven to the left side to make her jump on the Annie. She actually didn't jump on Annie, but she jumped on the Ari, so that works as well. So with this extra frontliner, I'm actually able to get through, you know, all of, or be able to survive long enough for my Riven to get to the backline. But, you know, excuse me, Mord isn't exactly the unit we want. It's just the best we can fit in at this time. So we're gonna need to find a replacement, and the perfect thing is either a 2-star Ilaoi or a 2-star Mord. That's gonna be huge, right? So we're gonna put 1 tentacle in the back there, just because we need to get all our frontline to go forward. We can't be blocked by it, but we can put 1 in the middle because, yeah, our carries can already walk up there. So on to the last fight. Let's just pray we win it out. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more TFT Set 10 content. And I'll keep the videos coming up. Peace out, everybody. Ciao.